Nancy Plummer has to rate as to being one of the most inspirational and influential people that I know, particularly with our talking newspaper, but also, of course, with the Erewash VIPs, because Nancy was actually there in 1978 at Long Eaton Town Hall when the decision was made to create our talking newspaper. And Nancy has over the years given us so many of our listeners, but she was also, of course, instrumental in starting up the Erewash VIPs, that stands for the Visually Impaired Club. But listen, rather than me tell you about it, let me introduce you to Nancy, who can start to tell us all about the Erewash VIPs and what she does. Nancy, over to you.
Hello, everybody. I started it by the fact that I was working in 1978 with the county council, and as a visually impaired social worker. And I found that a lot of people didn't go out anywhere or didn't do very much because of the fact that they were visually impaired. And they couldn't go, if they used to go to groups that played bingo, where they had to sit silent for an hour, and then they were getting a bit tired of that because they couldn't talk to anybody. So we started it up, and I started first of all at the back of the office, and then we went to Community House in Long Eaton, and I was at Community House for a good many years, and then I moved it to the Methodist Church Hall at Breaston, because that was a better room and a better space. So I've been there ever since. And I used to get people to come from the visits that I used to do as a social worker. I was there, 39 years. And then I retired in I don't know what that date was.
Roughly.
You have to
it's one or 2 years ago.
You have to edit that bit.
Yeah.
So, to be quite honest, yes, I've run the group ever since. The people I used to get were people who were registered visually impaired in the Erewash area. But now, unfortunately, people are not getting to know about the group enough, because social workers now don't do it. And so it is left to other people to tell. But the talking newspaper has been a good thing by the fact that they have told your readers about my group. We still don't get enough people, and it would be good if we could get new members into the group. The group runs on a Wednesday afternoon from 2 till 4. And each week is different. We never have 2 weeks the same, because I don't like things that are just week after week the same thing. So we have musical items, we have domino bingo sometimes, we have quizzes, we have other games that we can play all together in a group, and but that's for the first hour. And then the second hour, we always have tea, coffee, and then we have cakes, sausage rolls, sometimes a bit more than that if it's a birthday. We do other things and have more for the tea. And they pay for that. If they come on transport, they pay £5 per person. And if they don't come on transport, it's £3 per person. And that money goes towards the club to help run the club, because otherwise we haven't got any money.
And roughly how many people go week by week? And I know that number will vary.
Well, as I said, it used to be, we used to have up to about 45 members, and they used to come on a regular basis. But now it's gone down to probably half that amount, 24 at the maximum, 25, but even less than that if there's illness or hospital appointments or other appointments that they have to go to. Oh, I forgot to mention also that on the second Wednesday of the month, we don't have one. So we only run for 3 weeks out of the 4. So that was to try and give people a week when they could make an appointment at the hospital without having to miss out on the group. But that's not happening all the time now because it's difficult.
And roughly how many volunteers are there besides your good self, Nancy?
Besides me, I have got 3 volunteers who come on a regular basis. 2 of them look after the kitchen and whatever we're having for the kitchen for the afternoon tea. And one lady, she helps me financially with the money. Apart from that, we've just got the 3 or 4 of us. That was it. But nobody else.
I must admit, I mean, it's one of the things I don't go in as often as I would like to, but I do enjoy going in because the majority of your members are my listeners, and there is that wonderful crossover there. But Nancy, listen, thank you so much for talking and doing this recording, which will hopefully encourage those people who don't know about you to actually give it a try.
Well, I would like new members, obviously. I mean, I grumble weekly by the fact that new people are not getting to know about us, particularly in the Erewash area, because I could arrange transport for people who live in the Erewash area. Outside of the Erewash area, if you would like to come, if you can make your own way, if you've got someone who can bring you and be with you and stay with you, they can join in with whatever we do, that is fine. But I can't arrange transport otherwise outside of the Erewash area because of the cost-wise, and also the trying to get the taxis is very difficult.
Yeah, but I think as far as I'm concerned, you know, to belong to a club of people who are like-minded is good, but to actually belong to a club like the Erewash VIPs, where everybody is very much in the same boat. They're either blind or partially sighted, and there is a wonderful sense of camaraderie there, if I may put it that way.
There is.
But Nancy, thank you so much for talking to us, and until we meet again, good luck.